Hi, welcome to the market alert for Tuesday, the 15th of September 2020. So small caps, big tech and bullion bounce as the dollar dives. As it says here, never going to let you down. You'll see why in just a moment. But first, let's have a look at yesterday's German DAX trades before moving on. So we kicked off the morning. We've got prices above the high and the 200 MA, which we looked at in yesterday's market alert before the market opened. So I'm going to fast forward to the trades as I've covered each individual bar in detail before. There you can see that we've got a potential sell, but the market reverses. And also in here, the close of this bar is here. The volume is very high, so they've brought the market back off this bar to begin with. And then, of course, the sell is cancelled and the market is moved up to the R2. Prices then become sideways. You can see the selling at the R2. We've already got a selling at the R2 here, and also this bar failed to close through the R2 even though there is some buying in there. So prices sitting on the BRN, they attempt to come back. We have a potential buy signal. This is cancelled as soon as the market hits the stop before the entry, and then we end up short and the market starts to move lower. I've got the 200 MA down here and also the high as potential targets. If prices move lower and take out the first trading area or scalp, this one here, if it takes this out, then there's a good chance it could go down to here. But prices reverse, come back, and then are move back below the 20 bar moving average, and then eventually break and trade down to the 200 bar moving average there. As you can see, the volume building there. Now prices are below the 200 MA and then trade down to the high and close the trade out just as the bar completes and it turns to green there. So a good start to the trading day. So then we have both a buy signal and a sell signal here, and we'll take whichever one is filled. At the moment, if we go on the sell side, we've got this support here and also here where we got out of the first short trade. So let's fast forward, and you'll see the market banging its head against that 200 MA. The buy side is taken out and the sell side is filled. But we've got a problem here because we've got some support coming into the market, which we can see with this green inside of the red. But at the moment, the market's still closing below the 20 bar moving average, which is the reason for staying with this trade. And then prices eventually move lower. You'll see some buying coming in here in this bar as well. I thought we weren't going to break the BRN, but again, we're still below the 20 bar moving average, and I thought, well, I'll move the stop to break even. If it takes me out, it takes me out, but give the market a chance to see if it will break. And eventually, as you'll see here, prices continue to move lower, and we've got the close and the BRN down on this side, but as prices come back through, close above the 5 bar moving average. So into the afternoon session, I'll just fast forward. Prices kick off, move down to the DP and trade through. You can see how they tried to hold here with the buying pressure, but failed. And then the market stops here where we've got the two green bars. There you can see them. The shorts are taking profits, and then there's some new buying coming in as well as prices then advance to the upside. Bit of selling at the DP there, but they do their best to absorb it in the next two bars, with prices then trading to the 20 bar moving average, closing through it. And then we've got this BRN in the way here, so I'm just going to fast forward. And eventually, again, you can see we've got potential weakness here, but price is holding above the 5 bar moving average with both of those. We did get a bit of selling coming in here, and I was undecided and thought, well, it's been a good morning. I'm prepared to give up the 18 points if it comes back, and I'd also got the DP in the way as well. So I thought, well, let's see if it will manage to move to the upside. The Dow was also moving higher as well at this point, so you can see prices there sitting on that BRN, but when we got to the 200 MA, I decided, okay, I'll take the money because there was no increase in volume here, and then shortly after you can see prices trading sideways and then eventually drifting to the downside there. Also note this bar here, and again notice how the 200 MA there is a ceiling for prices, really powerful moving average. And then we don't get any more signals for the afternoon. Let's just fast forward through this towards the end of the session there. So let's have a look overnight and see where the market's trading. The daily chart yesterday, you can see that the DAX came down, finished on the low, still above the 5-bar moving average and above this on the overnight. In the 2-minute chart overnight, we can see prices gapping lower. They trade down to the previous day's low. What have we said about the market wanting to come off the low? That's precisely what we see there. And prices moving back to the upside. And there's a reason for that, which we're going to look at in just a moment. So the bigger picture is we've got prices coming off the low on the overnight, which we see there. We've got prices currently trading at the close. We've got the DP above here. And we've got prices also above the 200 MA, but we need to get the prices above the DP along with the 200 MA as well. Now, yesterday, as the headline said, never going to give you up. This is obviously the pun of Rick Astley's 1980s hit, Never Going to Let You Down. And the reason they use the headline is because yesterday evening, the Dow traded down to the high, the previous day's high. You can see how it was support here as well. And they kept bringing it back and how it just sat on it. And then for whatever reason, whether it was the Fed or the plunge protection team, came in and just drove the market to the upside. And then overnight, the Dow is also moving higher, 200s above the DP there. So the Dow on the buy side, and you can see starting to move back to the upside there as well. Needs to close back above the 20-bar moving average, but it looks like the corrective phase for this move is over as we look at the implied volatility and also see that this is moving lower as well at the moment, down to 21.94 from the high of 25.95, I think it was in this area here. So it looks like the correction's over and price is moving to the upside. Today we've only got one news item. This is the unemployment figures from the UK, known as the claimant count change. These figures are out at 7 a.m. So I think this is 900. Yes, actually it's 99,000 added to the claimant count is what they're looking at. Last month was 94. I think it's 94. You can never work these figures out. I would say that is 99,000 is what they're putting there. 99,500 last month, 94.4. So they're looking for an increase there. So it could be a bit of weakness. Either way, it's not going to be good going forward, as I've already mentioned many times in the market alert. Okay, that will do it for this one. Oh, actually, one other thing while I'm thinking about it. Silver continues to move to the upside. As you can see here, we've now broken the 20 bar and moving back. We need to close back above the recent high, which is here, which is just below $30. And this will really start to see things motor. The other thing I've noticed that anybody that trades with ETX, if anybody knows why, but the dollar index is not being updated. I'm going to have to drop them a note today. It's not been updated since September the 11th, and yet the dollar moved lower yesterday. I don't think this is an expired contract because it hasn't got a futures month symbol on it, so very strange. Anyway, that will do it for this one. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.